Hey, this is LeijaLift. I'm Juan, and it's only Juan today. Only because we weren't able to meet up this weekend due to a conflict of schedules. So I'll be taking over for a couple minutes, and I won't even make the song because it ain't even as fun making it solo. Uh, Now it's just me talking into a recorder, really, and then staring at a computer. So we'll get to a few things today. Find me at Juanito.LeijaLift at Juanito.LeijaLift1 at Gmail. You can find me on Juan LeijaLift _ on the Instagrams. What else? Twitter probably. I don't even know what my Snapchat, but I don't use that too often. And you can find us at LeijaLift, all one word, on YouTube and on what else? Facebook. So I guess going off of what I really like is first and foremost, it was Manu Day on March the 26th. So that's the day they retired his jersey, and he was my favorite player. And Victor's got one of his posters that he got a while back, so I'm gonna go look for it and I'm gonna take it, just like I took his Tim Duncan poster. So just because I don't have one, I have his shirt and a jersey, but I don't have his poster, so I'm gonna snatch that from Victor when he ain't looking. I know he has it somewhere, I just haven't seen it lately, but I'll go find it. So Manu's jersey day was this past Thursday. So my favorite player, 4 championships with the Spurs, and it was great. I went on like a Spurs Big Three watching spree, or I guess this past weekend, yeah. I just was on a roll on like YouTube videos of Spurs Big Three, and it was fun to watch, but I didn't make it to the game only because the tickets were like, I don't know how many more times what I'm used to paying for the tickets. So I was like, I love me some Manu Ginobili, but I've seen him plenty of times play live, and he ain't playing today. So I don't know that I was about to throw some of that pocket change out for a Spurs ticket for that game, but I still love the player. Loved watching him play. So that was awesome. And then what else? Spurs are doing all right. They finally clinched the playoffs again for like the 22nd year in a row, which is pretty awesome. It's a bit of a rocky play right now, just because they've been up and down. They beat some good teams, lose to some okay teams, and played really close games against subpar teams. So it's been a bit of a rocky 2 weeks or so, I'd say, after being like in a 9-game winning streak, or coming off the rodeo from like a terrible like 7. They lost like 7 out of the 9 games, and they went on like a 9-game winning streak. Then right now they're up and down. But let's see how they finish up the season. We still got like 2 weeks left in this month, so a handful of games. So we'll see how they finish up. I don't know what the scheme is closing it out. So they might rest some players. They might play some players out. I don't know. Get some people a little more experience before they get into the playoffs. I just hope they don't have to face like the Warriors in the first round, because that'll be tough. It hasn't been going their way these past couple of seasons when they play against the Warriors. And then moving on to the Cowboys, we'll skip a lot of the stuff because it's not as fun not having a second person. So I think the Cowboys, I think between now and the last time we did the podcast, they got themselves another defensive end on the other side of D-Law. So we'll see what happens over there. I like their defense a lot now, and it looks like they're gearing up for like a big push, just because they're doing a lot of 1-year contracts. I hope it does work out though, because man, I'm gonna be pissed off again. You already know I'm gonna be pissed off. Damn it, I'm already pissed off right now thinking if they don't do work during the playoffs next year. So defense is looking good, offense is looking good. Got a few position players that can do some work. Called back a few retirees, so we'll see what happens there. What else? And I guess more about myself, since it's usually Victor and I. I'll probably be doing another podcast with a buddy of mine in sometime in the near future, and maybe even starting like a separate podcast. And with this one, we might be like back and forth, just because there's a possibility that we won't be living in the same area together. So we might do more of a what do you call it? Like a I don't know. We might split this podcast where he does one video or one what's it called, episode, and then I do another, or we might just do like find a way to make it work out so we can record. But there's gonna be a time between like May and July where we won't be together, so we won't be as consistent with this podcast on LeijaLift. But we might find a way to do it. Who knows? We're still working through it. We're thinking of ways to do it, and then even after July, if we don't get together and live in the same city again, then we'll have to find a way to continue this podcast, or maybe even branch it out to where make it into a different kind of podcast, just because it won't be the same with us working together like we're used to. It's usually better when it's two people. Right now, it's not as fun. So I just wanted to record this podcast to make a little update for what's coming up in the future, and just to keep it consistent. But this is LeijaLift for today. I guess it's only lift today because we already know I'm the stronger one. He comes up the pretty one out. It's all right. He can take that. I'm already the stronger one, so we good with that. Again, you can find me on Juanito.LeijaLift, Juanito.LeijaLift1 at Gmail, JuanLeijaLift_ on Instagram and on Twitter probably, and then LeijaLift, all one word, on the YouTubes and the Facebook, where Victor hasn't posted many articles on there. And I believe that's it for this week. Es todo por hoy. We'll talk to y'all later. Dale!